we wanted to start off tonight's show by doing something a little bit different than how we normally do it. Just kind of like rapid fire, quick thing. Kind of summarize the show with the good, the bad, the ugly. But first, I thought about this because we're probably using the same thing. Might as well knock it out now. What was the hardest hit of the night?
Oh, easily the first match of the night. Swerve and Darby. Darby hits a poison rana on Swerve to the outside, or on onto the floor. Spike his head onto the floor from what like 12 feet in the air total, maybe.
Really, if I had to take a guess, maybe like 8. No, it has to be more than that.
Yeah, because I'm like
9,
the
10.
ring. Yeah, and this I'm thinking like at least 10 feet in the air. Like getting your head spiked onto the ground from 10 feet in the air.
Because you figure that top turnbuckle is probably about 5 feet tall compared to how it sits against some of the wrestlers.
Yeah,
But yeah, poor
yeah, we both
standing.
cringed a little.
Was not the last time we cringed on tonight's show either. But
Nope.
Swerve had Darby up on his shoulders on the ring apron. No idea what to expect. And then the backwards like flipping, and then I was like, oh my god.
Like spiked like a football.
So basically, within 15-20 minutes of the show, because that move happened before that point even, we knew what the hardest hit of the night was going to be.
Hmm.
Nothing was going to really take it away.
Nope. Yeah, we were like, yep, there it is, and everything else is going to not be anything like that.
So, question for you in that regards. What was the good of tonight's AEW show for you?
Let's say, other than my hit of the night, I'm gonna say that my good, and which is odd for me because usually I pick something wrestling. I actually liked the MJF Sting and Darby promo. That was my good for the night.
I have a love-hate relationship with that one.
Yeah,
Um,
I we'll talk more about it, but I thoroughly enjoyed it.
my good, you know what? I will stick with the wrestling side of things because I was so excited to see this going into it because the way that these two would be able to move together. Buddy
Mhm.
Matthews versus Orange Cassidy for the International Championship.
That was a banger.
It's not like it was
That
anything to
was
be hugely invested in, but just getting to watch them move
but
just together.
but yeah, easily match of the night though. I mean, it didn't have much competition, but easily match of the night.
Uh, so what would your bad be then?
Man, the Powerhouse Hobbs and Wardlow segment there after Hobbs's match, like the
Ooh,
whole thing, just
you know what? In my
wasn't for
head,
it.
I was gonna try to leave that for ugly because I knew it was like the worst thing on the show.
Mm-hmm.
But then I thought about it. I know why it's your bad because I know what your ugly is. So
Yeah,
I
because
have
I'm
to
squeamish as
agree.
hell, so you know what my ugly was.
So I have to agree because I was gonna throw that as ugly, but knowing where we're going with that, yeah.
Mhm.
Everything from the moment Wardlow's music hits. And you know what? Scratch that. Throw in everything Hobbs related tonight because the match
Yeah,
was nothing to be excited about either.
yeah, yeah. The whole thing
Me and
was
Matt
just pointless.
talk a little bit more about it that one in a minute. So have fun.
But,
Take over the ugly because we're gonna agree on this as well.
and yeah, the ugly was definitely them showing like this. So they're recapping that what's been happening with the Elite and BCC, and they showed what happened to Don Callis after he got hit by Hangman. He got hit by Mox. Dog. There's a gash like the length of an entire finger on it, like the length and width of a finger on his forehead, and they're like spreading it open to show you the meat inside of his forehead, and I'm sitting here like,
I honestly, with you being slightly ahead of me, like I was hearing you reacting to it, and then I got to it, and I wouldn't say I was disappointed because it lived up to your reactions, but at the same time,
ugh. You could see the meat moving, and like the.
You know, in sci-fi movies, when they show like a cut in space where there's like a rift and it's glowing and you can see it opening up, that was Don Callis's forehead.
Yeah.
If you were playing a video game and you saw that from a distance away, you would think it was a crack in the wall that you have to shimmy through or something.
And I would not be wanting to shimmy through that crack. Ugh. I don't know how many stitches he needed after that, but I'm gonna guess it was more than 10.
Because we're gonna end up talking about this a little bit more, but just to kind of put in context how ugly the ugly was, it's a different type of squeamish, but bad in a whole different way. If you had to watch back one thing, would you rather watch Dante Martin's ankle flipping around, or would you rather see that?
I don't like this game. This is a terrible game. This is a disgusting game. Pass.
It just shows how ugly that was, because both of those were so bad.
Because
I watched back Dante once.
yeah, I'm as great as Supercard of Honor was. I don't want to see anything about it. I don't care what happens. Don't want to know anything about it.
I'm trying to remember because now it's so tainted with that memory. I feel like there was a really good match on that show that wasn't that match, but I can't remember what it was now.
Commander Vikingo.
Count the rotations.
Yeah, the spot fest of all spot fests, and then AR Fox had to follow that up. And you're like, well, AR Fox is cool, but you know what we just watched?
Everything
Right.
AR Fox can do and a little bit more,
Yeah,
which is amazing to say in the first place.
because AR Fox does things no one else can do. yeah, that was. I think I would, just knowing the severity of that ankle injury, I would rather see the cut.
It's just one of those things
It's
you
still a
can't.
cut.
In the
But
truth,
it's
it's
gross.
a cut. It's a really bad cut, but it's
Yeah.
hard to ever imagine your ankle flopping around like a
Yeah.
lip dick.
Yeah, just no. I couldn't. Not watching that again.